Good day, this is Sir J, and I'm going to discuss to you about arcs and chords. In the preceding lesson, we learned that chords are the segments with endpoints in the circle, while arcs are part of circle's circumference. This lesson deals with arcs and chords relationship. So let's get to it. Okay, so we have the theorems on arcs and chords. Theorem number 1. In the same circle or incongruent circles, congruent arcs have congruent chords. Congruent chords have congruent arcs. Okay, so we have here a given figure. If arc TE is congruent to arc SP, this one class, ito, then segment TE is congruent to segment SP. So in the same manner, if segment TE is congruent to segment SP, then arc TE is congruent to arc SP. Okay, so example, find the value of X. So if segment TI is congruent to segment EM, then arc TI is congruent to arc ME. So therefore, the measure or the value of X is 75 degrees. Okay, so the value of X is 75 degrees. Next, another example. Okay, so in the figure, circle D is congruent to circle J, and arc SC is congruent to arc TO. Find segment SC. Okay, so what are we going to do here is, so since segment SC is congruent to segment TO, okay, since their arc is congruent, so therefore the corresponding segment are congruent also. Okay, so segment SC is congruent to segment OT. Okay, so what is the value of segment SC? Okay, segment SC is 8y minus 1, and segment OT is 15y minus 15. So we need to find the value of y first so that we can find the value or the length of our segment SC. Okay, so let's find the value of y first. Find the value of y. Okay, so let's equate the two algebraic expression. So 8y minus 1, yung value ni segment SC, equals yung value ni segment OT na 15y minus 15. Then simplify. Okay, so that will become 8y minus 15y equals negative 15 plus 1. So 8y minus 15y is negative 7y equals negative 15 plus 1 is negative 14. Divide both sides by negative 7, and the value of y is positive 2. Okay? So since we have the value of y here, 2, so to find the value of our segment SC or the length of our segment SC, so 8y minus 1, substitute the value of y, which is 2. So 8 times 2 minus 1. 8 times 2 is 16 minus 1, that is 15. The length of our segment is C. Okay? So segment SC is 15. Okay, next we have a theorem number 2. a diameter or a radius is perpendicular to a chord, and then it bisects the chord and its arc with the same endpoints. Okay, so we have here a given figure, circle C. In circle C, segment AR is the diameter and segment FT is a chord. If segment AR is perpendicular to segment FT, then segment FY is congruent to segment YT, and arc FR is congruent to arc RT. Okay, so we have here an example, circle H. So in circle H, segment SR is perpendicular to segment EA. Find segment EA if the measure of segment HE is 5 inches. Okay, so yung HE daw, itong HE natin ay 5 inches. Okay, so this is 5 inches. And find the measure of segment EA. Okay, so ito times 2 lang natin yan. To find the measure of segment EA, okay, times 2 ka lang dyan. So, since yung HE, segment EA is, yung segment HE ay kalahati ng segment EA. So, 5 times 2 ka lang dyan. 5 inches plus 5 inches ka lang. Or 5 inches plus 5 inches pala, sorry. Okay, so 5 inches plus 5 inches. Okay, so that is 10 inches. The measure of segment EA. Okay? So, ayan. Kasi yung ating HE is 5 inches. So, itong ating HA or AH ay 5 inches din. So, in total, yung measure ng ating segment EA is 10 inches. I-add lang natin yung dalawang measure natin dyan. Okay?